Hey Railbirds, welcome to the third annual Battle of the Bull. This is the 9-ball division. We have A-side action for you guys. Third round in the A-side. Aloysius Yapp from Singapore. Thorsten Hohmann from Germany, although I hear he is now a U.S. citizen, so that's pretty cool. I'm your host, Kevin Ross. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We've been seeing a lot of great action from this third annual Battle of the Bull, coming at you live from the Wolf's Den in Roanoke, Virginia. 128 player field. We are full of great players. Got a couple of great players right in front of us here. So Aloysius, and please correct me, I've heard his name pronounced a couple different ways. I've heard his name pronounced Aloysius. I've also heard Aloysius. Maybe someone in the chat can enlighten me, but I will go with Aloysius for now. So, Mr. Yapp with the break. Aloysius just coming off a big win, Florida Open, $40,000 win. Also, UK Open, another $40,000 win. So he's on fire. Also, the Jacoby Scottish Open place finish. So, he is currently at the top of his game. So, his opponent, Thorsten Hohmann, hasn't had quite the same year as Aloysius. Did have a 9th place finish at the Super Billiards Expo, and we got to see him on our live stream. That was a couple months ago. Maybe he's been busy studying for that U.S. citizenship test. So, like I said, this is winner's side. 3 rounds in. Thorsten in his first round beat J.J. Fall 9-1. Second round, Jan van Vierop 9-6. Meanwhile, Aloysius, first round had a tough draw. Riku Rumpinen, 9-8 victory for Aloysius. And second round, Wei Xiang Lin, 9-4 win for Aloysius. Thorsten's landed a little funny on this 6. Gonna go around the table to get back on the 7. How's the speed? It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. That's perfect. He can even shoot this with a high ball, high left, and come to the other side of the 8 if he wanted to. But no, he does have room to make the 8 in the bottom right. All right. So, question about the numbers under their names. That's their Fargo rate. It's basically like a skill level rating. Higher numbers are better. And then the percentages is Frogger Rate's estimation of their chances of winning, given the current score and the Fargo rates. So, nice shot there by Thorsten. So, as the score changes to 1-0, that percentage should change. And it does. It just jumped up 10%. So we just came off another match, Federgorst, Petri Mäkinen. Yeah, Petri, he was on such a tear. First day, he was tearing everybody up. Then he ran into Feder, and that he put a stop to that. All right, here we go, Thorsten with the break. So this is a World 9-Ball Tour points event. We are playing WNT 9-ball rules. Means we're racking with the 9 on the spot, breaking from the break box. The 2-ball must be racked in one of 3 places, either at the very back of the rack or in one of the 2 wing ball locations. And it is winner break, and as always, 3 foul rule is in effect. Dry break for Thorsten. Brings Aloysius to the table. Aloysius giving this a good stare. That's a nice shot. Unfortunately, he's ended up what looks like dead straight in on this 2. And look where that 3 is. That looks pretty straight. So, if you're Aloysius, what do? Do you just draw back a little bit and try to bank the 3 cross side? You put the big stroke on it and go for the big power draw? Do you just roll forward and try to take a long cut shot? These are all valid options. Oh, he had just the tiniest bit of angle, and he made the most of that. That was a great shot. Didn't look like much, but that was a really nice shot. He had a lot of right spin on that. That was a lot of spin to judge.
All right, guys, we're pulling the winner of the JV case. We're pulling the winner of the JV case.
Yeah. To the uninitiated, that might not look like much of a shot at all, but pool players know that was a great shot.
It's Jim in the building.
So people in the chat are wondering who Sherry Ross is. Here, let me give you a little clue. How you doing? I'm Kevin Ross. How you guys doing? Sorry, got distracted a little bit there. Aloysius with a thin cut on this 4. That might have been all of the 4 he could see because that 8 ball was taking up some valuable real estate there. That was a really nice touch on that 4 to the 5, 4 ball hanging deep in the pocket. Those can be tough to judge sometimes. Thorsten handled that beautifully.
All right, guys. Because everybody's so good with that one, you're getting a little ticket. You're going to have a chance to win a diamond infinity necklace from Chick-fil-A. So we'll draw for that right now.
Wow. So we're seeing some misses from both players that are unexpected. Aloysius kind of sprung from his chair. Alright. Time for that nice pure stroke. Beautiful. Yeah, if Thorsten Hohmann, if he's a U.S. Citizen now, maybe we can draft him into Team USA for Moscone Cup. Alright, Aloysius Yapp taking advantage of that very uncharacteristic miss by Thorsten. Ties it up 1 apiece. So, if you want to see every match from this tournament on every single table, you can watch them live when they're playing live. You can watch. You can go back and watch recordings of the matches that already took place, including the main feature table, the arena table. You can watch all of it by going to the Digital Pool pay-per-view site. There's a link in the description, and if you use that link, you get $5 off. All right, Aloysius with the break. Let's keep an eye on that 1 ball. One ball straight in the side, and is that 2 ball going to come out for a shot? I think it has. 3 ball, on the other hand, not so much. Now, the 3 does go to this bottom left corner. Is it possible to shoot this 2 in that left side? and somehow come around to get back behind that 3? Maybe. Worst case scenario, he can just play position for a safe on the 3. To shoot the 3 up table past the 9, leaving the cue ball frozen to the 9 if he has to. Oh, this might be a little bit firm. Oh, but he's got the 6 ball there to help out. Perfect. Aloysius looking very dialed in now. He's looking very calm at the table. Thorsten's gonna have his hands full here. Yeah, Aloysius, he's just so calm, so chill. It was like that tournament a while back. There was some controversy. Aloysius just looks, forget about it. Let's just play pool. I don't care if he called it or not, called timeout, called whatever. Let's just play. He's chill like that. Alright, so nice break and run from Aloysius. Putting the maximum heat on Thorsten for missing that 7 ball. So far it's cost him 2 games. 2 and counting. How much will it end up costing him in the end? Well, Aloysius, he's not done at the table yet. Yeah, and that, even though he made the 1 on the side and he had a shot on 2, that wasn't the easiest of layouts. He picked his way through that very nicely. Alright, let's watch the 1. Straighten the side. Oh, I don't know if he's going to get a shot on the 2 this time. No, no shot at the 2. Is that Maritz Newhausen on the next table? Alright, so where are we pushing out to? It's hard. This is a hard push out. Like if you, any place where you can see the two, Thorsten is either going to have a shot or a pretty easy safe behind all these balls. So where do you push out to? Do you push out? Do you just try to go for a safe kick? Just because the push out is so difficult? Interesting. Pushed out to a kick. Okay. Thorsten didn't get his chair. He said, go ahead. So I guess his plan was to be able to kick and stick underneath these balls. But did he come down far enough for that shot? It's been a lot of right spin. He tried the kick and stick, but wasn't able to get a full enough hit. All right, brings Toasty to the table. That 7-9 sure does look awfully tempting, doesn't it? Looks like he's going to try to play safe behind this little cluster of balls. Well, he has cut off that left side rail because of that 3. He wanted to get that cue ball up to that 8, so he'd cut off the right rail also. Doesn't matter, he's going 2 rails anyway. Oh, that's a good kick and a good result. Nicely done. Nice. Thorsten going for the jump cue? Going for the jump kick? Interesting. All right, good hit. But that is going to leave a pretty good shot for Aloysius. Aloysius just looking at just rolling this 2 in and seeing what kind of a shot he's going to have on the 3. That's not a bad option. Get the cue ball where the 2 is. If he cuts the 3 in, he can come 1, 2, 3 rails around for the 4 in the same pocket as the 3. And that's an option, and that's not a bad option. And that's what he is electing to do. Bring this cue ball a few rails around behind the 7, 8, 9. Tried to come in between those balls. Interesting. I thought he might go the long way around. Bottom rail, side rail, top rail. But this definitely works. Can't argue with this. And the thing is, he didn't even disturb that 7-9 combo going that route. Aloysius, 3-1. Wow, they got Thorsten as a 14% from here. What is that? 7-1 odds? I'd take Thorsten if someone was giving me 7-1 odds. I'd take Thorsten 7-1, absolutely. Dry break for Aloysius. And as usual, no shot for the incoming player. I don't mean that for Aloysius. That just seems like the way it is normally when opponent breaks dry, you got no shot. where are we pushing out to? Or are you going to try to come up with some type of safe kick? But no, I don't really see how you could come up with any type of safe kick here. So we're going to push out. You're going to try to hook him with the 2? He almost did hook him with the 2. Oh, that's a nice touch there. I think you got to go to this left rail. Try to get some distance here. Kick this one down table. Got a lot of balls to hide behind. Well, a few anyway. Maybe not a lot, but you got a few. Or just kick it in. Unfortunately, he's not going to have a shot on the 2. Yeah, I think he was trying to kick that one down table and ended up just getting a little too much of it. Where's this going to end up? Is Aloysius going to get a shot? Oh, I can't tell. I think he does have a look at this too. It's close, but I think he has a shot. At the beginning of the game, I just made a comment that, wow, they have Thorsten as a 7-1 underdog in the percentages, and I would like to make a bet if someone was paying 7-1 odds, and it seems to have sparked quite a bit of conversation in the chat regarding that, so. Whoops. Well, it's just doing what he does, just runs out in a very calm and chill manner. That's perfect. Stop shot, or even draw back a couple inches. Yannick Pongers hasn't lost a rack all tournament? Really? Wow. So, yeah, we had Yannick on the stream last night, and it was a 9-0 victory, and I was wondering if that was the only 9-0 of the tournament, but apparently it's not the only one. Wow, that's quite impressive. Actually, we've had both Pongers brothers on the stream, Yannick and Quentin. And both of them prevailed in their matches. The Quinton one was a lot closer. That was against Roland Garcia, so that was a good match. One ball in the side, cue ball straight into the corner. Wow, look at this spread for Thorsten. This is exactly what Toasty needs. 3 to the 4 is really the biggest issue of this rack, and it's really not that big of an issue. But I would say that's the key shot this rack is the 3 to the 4. And secondarily after that, 4 to the 5. But neither one of those issues are that big of a problem, especially for someone of Thorsten's ability. Alright, it's got a nice angle on this 3. Come bottom right. Ooh. Kind of let up on it a little. And wow. I did say 3 to the 4 was going to be the key shot in this rack, but I didn't expect this to happen. I thought he would handle it. The good news is he can still see the 4. He's not corner hooked, and he didn't scratch. That's the really big news. That's the really good news. Yeah, this 4 is cuttable. The main issue is getting to the 5. Because if you just cinch this ball, just center ball, roll it in, trying to cut this 4, that cue ball is going straight into the 8. And to put any type of spin on this ball with this, where this cue ball is at, is very difficult to say the least. So even though this 4 goes, he is in trouble. As I said, straight into the 8, but that worked out. Okay, that's a good recovery. Nicely done, Toasty. Oh no. Thorsten not looking like his usual self. He's just a bit off this this match. And against a player of Aloysius's ability, that's not a good combination. Is he going to get him under the 7? That's just mean. Yeah, you can wave your hand and apologize and say, oops, that was an accident all you want. We know you did that on purpose. You can't fool us. You know, you have this nice guy persona that you've cultivated, but deep down you're really just mean, aren't you? Alright, of course I'm joking. That's not a bad result for Thorsten there. That was a good hit, and that's not a bad result. No clear pocket for the 5. No easy safety. So Aloysius is going to have to put his thinking cap on here. Alright, just going to bank it over to the bottom rail safe, leaving distance. So, if you guys are wanting to watch every match from this event, the 1 pocket and the 9 ball, every match on every table, including the main feature table, you can watch it on the Digital Pool pay-per-view site. The link is in the description, and if you use our link, you get $5 off. Alright, did he get him? I can't see. Oh, he's let him see it. Does this ball cut to that right corner? Can you see enough of it for that? He can see most of the 5. I don't know if he can see enough to cut it in that right corner. Gonna bank it straight back, hoping to maybe get some cover with the 8 and the 9, but at that speed, it's hard to have anything good happen unless you make the ball. Well, that's not perfect. It'll do.
Am I gonna go?
All right. Aloysius extending that lead 5-1. Nine ball. Ooh, close. Is this 2-ball going to come down for a shot? I think it has. I think that 2-ball rolled just far enough. And I think he can hold the cue ball for a shot in the 3. It looked like he was thinking about rolling this, like rolling forward. Looking at rolling forward all the way to that end rail for the window between the 5-6. Well, I thought he could hold it for the 3, but obviously I was wrong. Actually, he thought he could hold it too, or was he planning on coming over a little bit farther for the window between the 5-6? Regardless, here we are. He's lining up the rail first. That's good. Is he going to get past the 4? It is. Oh, he looks dead straight on this. Aloysius, he really didn't want to have to play that 5-9 combo. I mean, he might be forced to play the 6-9 now. I can't tell what angle he has. He might be able to roll forward past the 6. I can't tell these angles on screen. Oh, he was able to miss the 6 by a mile with the cue ball. Never mind. Wow, Shane 9-0 over Lee Van Corteza. That's impressive. Aloysius about to go up 6-1 versus the Hitman, Thorsten Hohmann, also known as Toasty. Six one. Here we go, Aloysius Yapp. He's been having really good luck making the one. Okay, I shouldn't say luck. He's been having good results making the one in the side, but getting a nice, easy opening shot has been the problem. One in the side, 9 in the corner. Well, if you just make the 9, that's all that matters. Nice little flick from the cue ball. All right, one in the side. Is he going to have a shot on the 2? Nope. It's been kind of the story of this match is getting a shot after the break. He's breaking good, just things just aren't cooperating after the break. But that being said, he's still up 7-1, so keep doing what you're doing, I guess. Alright, if we're Aloysius, what are we doing here? Are we kicking at this ball? We're going to try to kick safe? We pushing out? Alright, going to push out over here by this bottom left corner. That's a tough push out. Do you even accept this? I'm not sure that I accept this. Like, what are you shooting if you do? Now, this is a really tough spot. I mean, I would be very tempted to pass this one back. Uh-oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, disaster. Yeah, this layout's not the easiest. 'Cause I don't think that 6 passes the 8. 4 doesn't pass the 9. So you gotta play position for the 4, probably to the side pocket. And then 5 to the 6. 5 to the 6 isn't that terribly easy because I don't think the 6 passes the 8. Yeah, he's not super happy with this. Alright, so he's got the angle to swing this cue ball around. I still don't think that 6 passes the 8. He's looking at it. Maybe it does go. All right, swing this around, try to get behind the 6. Side pocket, corner pocket, corner pocket. Yeah, that's a nice shot. Aloysius on the hill and breaking. Thorsten really having a hard time. Hey, that is Maurice Newhausen in the next table. I thought that was him. I've seen Thorsten play so much better. He's just having such an off day. And with Aloysius breaking and making a ball on the break every time, there's a good chance Thorsten isn't getting back to the table. The saving grace for Thorsten is at least Aloysius hasn't been getting an easy shot on the break. He's been making balls on the break, just not getting a shot. So he's going to have to hope for that. Aloysius with the break. All right, one in the side. Where's that 2 ball going? And he's got a shot on the 2. Stop shot on the 2. Take the long shot on this 3-5. Yeah, Thorsten might not be getting back to the table. Nice stroke. So the shot's a little touchy just because of the distance. It's hard to control things as accurately from this distance. And I definitely think you go for the combination, not the billiard. So you're just going to roll this and let the cue ball like run into the 9? Or is he going to put more oomph on it and come around? And that's exactly what he's doing. And get off that 6. Yeah, he's fine. Even though the 6 is right there, all he has to do is shoot this with a high ball. Cue ball's going to come back up for the 4. I got a whole crowd of people walking through here. The doors just open or something? Yeah, I think it's over. Well, the good news for Thorsten is this is an A-side match. He's not out of the tournament should Aloysius win this set. I'm sorry, in the unlikely event that Aloysius wins this match, Thorsten will not be out of the tournament. Well, he's made it a little more difficult than he needed to. He will handle this. It's just teasing Thorsten a little bit, making him think he's got a chance. Aloysius Yapp defeating Thorsten Hohmann 9-1. What a great performance there by Aloysius. And Thorsten just couldn't really couldn't make anything happen. He was just off today. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. We're going to have another match for you at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's a little less than 1 hour from now. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss it when we go live. I'm your host, Kevin Ross. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye.